गुजरे ऐसी हर रात रात हो ख्वाहिशों से बात बात आशाएं लेकर सूरज से आग आग गाए जा अपना राग राग आशाएं कुछ ऐसा करके दिखा खुद खुश हो जाए खुदा आशाएं ले दिल की उम्मीदें हंसे दिल की अब मुश्किल नहीं कुछ भी नहीं कुछ भी आशाएं ले दिल की उम्मीदें हंसे दिल की अब मुश्किल नहीं कुछ भी नहीं कुछ भी कुछ पाने की हो आस आस कोई अरमा हो जो खास खास आशाएं हर कोशिश में हो बार बार करे दरियाओं को आर पार आशाएं तूफानों को चीर के मंजिलों को छीन ले आशाएं ले दिल की उम्मीदें हंसे दिल की अब मुश्किल नहीं कुछ भी नहीं कुछ भी आशाएं ले दिल की उम्मीदें हंसे दिल की अब मुश्किल नहीं कुछ भी नहीं कुछ भी जन्नत से मुलाकात हो पूरी हो तेरी हर दुआ आशाएं ले दिल की उम्मीदें हंसे दिल की अब मुश्किल नहीं कुछ भी नहीं कुछ भी आशाएं ले दिल की हंसे दिल की अब मुश्किल नहीं कुछ भी नहीं कुछ भी गुजरे ऐसी हर रात रात हो ख्वाहिशों से बात बात आशाएं लेकर सूरज से आग आग गाए जा अपना राग राग आशाएं कुछ ऐसा करके दिखा खुद खुश हो जाए खुदा आशाएं ले दिल की उम्मीदें हंसे दिल की अब मुश्किल
Okay, good morning, everyone. The only very first instruction I would like to give all the participants is that please rename yourself with the names of your wards, because I can see you have named yourself with very different names. I could see variety of names on the screen. So I just request all the participants to rename themselves with the names of their wards. So, a very good morning, everyone. It's a glad welcome we bring to you this morning, filled with desires, hopes, and dreams we all share. I, Mrs. Sushmita Kothari, takes immense pleasure to initiate this thrilling and most awaited event of today, the Offbeat Career, in association with NIE Times and the Cambria International School and Junior College. Times newspaper in education, Times NIE is a novel program that helps students stay ahead and aims at making learning fun. A brainchild of the Times of India, the world's leading English newspaper, Times NIE nurtures progress and innovation. The Cambria International School and Junior College is the only college in Kalyan which provides CAIE based curriculum in the form of international AS and A levels. CAIE is internationally recognized and sensitive to different individuals' needs and culture. The college provides inimitable and excellent subject combinations which allows the students to explore a whole different world, while the school allows the children to continuously engage in the learning experience that enriches and nourishes young minds. So, with a heart full of pride and delight, I wholeheartedly welcome our Honorable CMD, Mr. Bipin Pote Sir, Managing Trustee, respected Mrs. Meenal Pote Ma'am, Vice President, Business Development Head and Trustee, respected Mr. Bhushan Kute Sir, respected Principal, Mrs. Hina Falke Ma'am. I feel immensely delighted to welcome the brilliant speaker of the day. Very successful, very talented, well, I must say multi-talented, Mr. Vivek Velankar, sir, whom we will listen to very shortly. So it is rightly said that the best way to predict the future is to create it. And we believe that planning your career path is the first step towards creating a bright future. And for the same reason, we all have come up with a unique opportunity for all the learners out there, where you all are given distinguished opportunities to learn. We encourage all our learners to stay tuned with us, and we promise that every webinar that we have done and that we'll be conducting further will make you clearer about your career paths and future. And the bonus for all of you is that there will be a university fair conducted by us for all of you, where you all will get an exposure to different esteemed universities, which will help you all to decide on your future. Now, my dear learners, we have a very exciting thing for all of you. Do you want to know what? So let me tell you that today we will be playing a quiz wherein you will be asking, we'll be asking you some questions throughout the session. And the students will be giving, those who will be giving the fastest correct answers will be awarded with some exciting gifts. I will definitely share the screen and show you the gifts for today. Yeah. So just a moment, please. I hope the screen is visible.
Yes.
So yes. Yes. Thank you so much.
Welcome.
Yeah. So these are the exciting prizes, the gifts. Just give me a moment. I'll reshare the screen. There's a glitch. Yeah, so these are some exciting prizes that you can see on the screen, right? Yeah, so the
Yes.
students who will be answering the questions, the correct answers, and the correct ones and the fastest ones will be given these exciting gifts. So take a look at the screen carefully, my dear students, because there are two mega prizes as well, the smartwatch and the tab. And that will be given to the student who has participated and answered the questions in the last two webinars that were conducted by Mr. Shreyas Salpade and Mr. Simarjit Singh. So now I'm sure you are more than excited for for the session to begin. So without wasting any more time, let's begin with the session. But my dear students, before that, let me tell you, I know today's climate is very cozy. It has rained yesterday and it's so cold. And many of you might be having some plans for this Sunday with the family. But I really, really appreciate you all have gathered here in large number, and you all are, equally excited for this event, and you all have joined in so early in the morning. And it really makes me feel good to see all of you here excited for the session. So without wasting any time, let's get started. So I would like to introduce a very special person who is going to come in front of us now. A great principal builds character, inspires dreams, encourages creativity, builds confidence, instills a lot of learning, touches our hearts, and changes our lives. The most serene personality of the Cambria International School and Junior College, with 18 years of experience in the field of education. I request our beloved principal, respected Mrs. Hina Falke ma'am, to address the participants. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you so very much, Sushmita madam. A lovely, lovely morning to the dignitaries present today. Our Honorable CMD, Mr. Bipin Pote, our Managing Trustee, Mrs. Meenal Pote, Mr. Bhushan Kute, who's the Vice President, Business Development, and our guest for today, Mr. Vivek Velankar, and of course, the lovely learners who are present today to listen to us once again. And very rightly, Shushmita madam quoted that today's morning is a very chilly morning and cozy morning, but still you all are here to, walk to the path to choose your career options. So I must appreciate that. And before I get on to start, let me know how many of you are attending today's session, the Offbeat Career series, continuously for the third time. Okay, Soham Nayak, very good. Ashrit, very good. Yeah, okay, great. Jet Karthik Chaudhary, oh my God, me, ma'am, Ansh Naidu, yes, wonderful. Oh my God, that's lovely. There are so many of you who are attending. This shows your seriousness towards choosing a career option. Okay, children, now I have a question for you. It's a very simple question, but I'm sure all of you will answer that. Which letter comes between B and D? Come on, quickly in the chat box. Quickly. C. Okay, Vivek. Yes, C. It's C. It's very clear. It's C. Okay, Rishabh Singh. Yeah, of course it will be C. There is nothing other than C over here. All right. Now tell me, how does it relate to our lives? Letter B, C, and D. How does it relate to our own lives? Any guesses? And just wait for 30 seconds. You can type out your answer if you wish to. Okay, no problems. All right. See, how does it relate to our lives? Our life starts with our birth and ends with the death. That's very obvious, isn't it? But between this B and D, sorry, there is one C, and that is C for choices. Yes, C for career also, but mainly it is choices. Whatever you be in your life is the product of your own choices, isn't it? So the consequences of choices you make can change your life in the blink of an eye. So you have to be very sure of what you do, before you do it, sometimes it cannot be undone. All right. So this is the very right age of yours where you are on the platform of taking decisions. The reason being, from the platform of the Cambridge International School, we always believe in strengthening the young generation. Yes, Shivam, yeah, see for career also. Definitely, how can you get your career option? But only when you make correct career choices. And how does your career choice begin? Your career choice begins from the moment you start choosing your college options, isn't it? So it is very important for students and parents to that the career student choose, it should not be imposed upon them, or the children should not be influenced because they want to choose the career. All right, you should not be getting carried away. You should know your own potential, you should know your own strength, you should decide for your own selves what you want to choose, so that what you want to become in life. Always do what you love to do. You become an great successful person in life. It could be a doctor, engineer, an artist, an architecture. You can be a business owner, you can be an entrepreneur, anything you want to be. Do what you love and love what you do, then only you will become a successful individual in life. So, I've seen many students who had taken courses against their interest in the past, and that is the reason that we from the platform of the Cambridge International School are very cautious and are very responsible to handhold these students to choose the correct career path of their own choices, which will really benefit not only them, but the society, and at large, our nation as well, and at more larger, the human race as well. So this is our whole agenda. So I must say that, see, you were listening to many other sessions, like the two sessions before that had given you a lot of insights about your personality development, about making career choices. Now, today's session is very important with respect to what career to choose, which universities to go, how do we proceed further, what courses to take. So it is an important career counseling session today. And it is highly important for the parents also to listen to it very carefully, because right choice you make will decide your future in the upcoming years. So from our platform, I would also like to make an announcement that we are only the college from Badlapur to Thane who are offering multi-dimensional subjects to the students to choose from. And very recently, we have added global perspective, which hones your global skills, like handling global issues, how to present yourselves, how to make projects, how to do your research. So this is one important subjects that we have introduced. Then we have introduced economics along with business studies and psychology, which already existed with us. And we are also coming up with a foreign language. Very shortly, we will announce which foreign language we will introduce in AS and A levels. Now, what is AS and A levels? It is nothing but 11th and 12th. We have been having science faculty as of now, but now we have come up with arts and commerce as well. Even if we had science faculty, we had subject combination options for you to choose from, like business studies, psychology, and economics existed with us. Now we have come up with global perspective and a foreign language and economics. So the subject choices are very vast, which will give you a lot of insight. What subjects to choose, how can you merge subjects and then make a very lovely career option for yourself. So let us listen to Mr. Velankar. I am sure my team will introduce Mr. Velankar, and then in the end we can have a lot of question and answer sessions. So I wish you all the best for today's session. Stay tuned and stay blessed. Thank you so much. Over to you, Shushmita.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your motivating words. And now students will definitely listen to our guest speaker. But before that, I know you are excited for something that I have announced before ma'am's speech. So now it's the time I am sure you all were waiting for. So let's buck up for the quiz. I'll be asking some questions and you have to post the answers in the chat box. And the first student posting the correct answer will be the winner for that question. So in the last two sessions as well, we have conducted this quiz and there were students who gave correct answers and they are very close to winning the mega prize. So let's get started, students. I hope you all are ready. I want a yes. Okay. All right, chalo. So the first question here is, please listen to it carefully. My question is, who won the title of Miss Universe 2021? I want the answers in the chat box very quickly. I'll repeat the question. Who won the title of Miss Universe 2021? I can see the answers popping up on my screen. Yes. But I'll repeat what I said before. The very first person answering the question, the correct answer, I mean, will be the winner. And we are not announcing it now. Let's keep some suspense. And now moving to the next question. Yes, I can see still there are answers popping up on my screen. Let's now move to the next question. If you have missed it, be alert and be ready. So the next question coming up here is, what is the name of the general of Indian Army who lost his life recently? This is my second question, which I'll repeat again. What is the name of the general of Indian Army who lost his life recently? Okay, the students are quite fast. And I can see the answers popping up on my screen here. Great, great, great. Great going, students. Well done. All right. So now if you have missed your chance again, I'm giving you the last and final chance. I'm coming up with the third question, and make sure you get your fingers running on your keyboard. Come on, let's get started. The third question, the final question for this round. The third question is, listen carefully, okay? What is the full form of the RTE Act? This is the third question. I'll repeat it again. What is the full form of the RTE Act? Oh, wow. You all have a great speed for typing. Wow. Brilliant, brilliant. I'm so excited for the next round coming up. But for now, these were the three questions. Oh, Mayuresh is asking if I can repeat. But I guess I repeated it twice. No problem, Mayuresh. We have next round as well. So you can try your luck there. Don't worry. So I'll just repeat the question for your information again. What is the full form of the RTE Act? Okay, that was my final question. So learners, don't go anywhere. Stay with us because we have a lot more opportunities for you to learn and win prizes at the same time throughout the session. So stay tuned with us. Don't go anywhere. And now, moving forward, I'm sure all of you are eager to listen to the speaker. But before that, we have an inspiring person with all of us. And he is an educationist and an entrepreneur by profession who needs no introduction. A charismatic, splendid persona who has 20 years of experience in the field of education. I invite our CMD, Mr. Bipin Pote, sir. I request sir to please enlighten us with his wise words. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Sushmita madam. Good morning, all the students. Come on, quickly. I would like to see the good morning in the chat. So let me see how quick you are. Okay, Parth, good morning. Rishabh, good morning. Quickly, मुझे पढ़ने आना नहीं चाहिए, इतना आपका स्पीड चाहिए. Asmi, good morning. Karthik, Mayuresh, Mayank, Sanika, Devang, Tanushi, Varad, Ishita, Mithil, Harsha, Jay, Shivam, okay. Sania, good morning, Dheeraj. Okay, so let's we are already too late. I'm happy that today the parent and the student who are here for the career talk is one of the sign that there is something different in you than others. Because ये कोई entertainment का program है नहीं, and you all have come here for the career decision. It's one of the important decision in student life. One of the important decision in student life. What is career? Career is a continuous course of action or progress. और ये इतना important decision है, and for that many of the student, many of the parent take it in a very wrong framework, right process, a wrong process. Many we had seen since 20 years the process or decision making way for the career is always not in a right framework. What is the right framework? I would like to ask you, how many of you have taken vaccine? कितने बच्चों ने वैक्सीन लिया? Okay, Udit say yes. Only Udit. Okay, now good. So many. Okay. So tell me, agar if you have taken vaccine, and after vaccine, if you got some reaction, ज़्यादा कुछ reaction हो गया, body pain ज़्यादा हो रहा है. So what you will do? Whom you will ask? You will ask to doctor, you will ask to your parent, you will ask to your neighbor, you will ask to your friend. किसको पूछेंगे आप? Exactly. Okay. Perfect. So doctor. So the right framework of taking decision, I would like to explain this process. Any decision in your life, any decision, because the schools, the colleges, the curriculum never teaches how to take decision. यही एक बड़ा issue है. We are not aware how to take decision. The decision should take in a right framework with right research. The same way, अगर हमें वैक्सीन के बाद कुछ रिएक्शन होता है तो वी शुड नॉट गो टू द गूगल टू चेक, बिकॉज गूगल पे सब इंफॉर्मेशन होगी, विजडम या नॉलेज नहीं होगा, इंफॉर्मेशन होगी. नॉलेज एंड इंफॉर्मेशन इज डिफरेंट. सो राइट फ्रेमवर्क क्या है? पेरेंट, नेबर और फ्रेंड का काम क्या है? आपको राइट डॉक्टर सजेस्ट करना. दे आर नॉट डॉक्टर्स. सो after, if I'm having any reaction after vaccine, I should visit to doctor, because everyone has their body, different immunity, different bio history. So to take decision, we should always ask. One of the important lesson to take decision, we should always ask expert. And I'm happy that you all are here to ask expert about the career. It's one of the important process to take decision. Ask professional, ask expert. And what is the right framework for the parent and neighbor and student? They should guide you, they should direct you to the right channel, right expert. Because this is one of the important decision which you will take this decision and you will be in that decision next 10 years, 20 years. Current research is saying 80% people are not happy with their workplace. They are not completely engaged at their workplace. And one of the finding is they took wrong decision of their career path. And now at the age of 30, 40, they are not happy with their workplaces. They are not able to match their natural strength with that work, what they are doing. It's one of the reasons you should take right decision with right framework, with right research. So one of the important way, so Shivam, you will ask this question to, you will be having many questions. You can ask to Vivek sir. I must say he's the encyclopedia of career. That's why last 2-3 years he are with us guiding student. One of the important, I'd like to tell you the process of taking decision. So one is ask expert, ask professional. Another, always ask why. Even though if you are going to ask expert, you should be clear with your why and what. Why I should do that career? What is my strength? Who am I? Who am I is question you will not get any answer from the Siri and Google. You will never get that answer. It's your own question. आपको उसे ढूंढना होगा. So if I'll ask, how many of you are aware किसने oil को ढूंढा? Who had discovered the oil? It's very interesting story. It's not a prize winning question. मैंने इसे पूछ रहा हूँ. So I'd like to share the interesting why asking why is important. No no Chinese. Everything is not invented by China. In fact, they are the copy master. Original वहाँ कुछ भी नहीं बना. They are very good in copy, but very fast. Copy करने में भी fast होना बहुत जरूरी है. Very interesting story, and I want you all should keep this in mind. This story will guide you how to take decision, why, and importance of why and what. One of the chemistry professor in Pennsylvania in US 1857 जहां पे जब हमारे इंडिया में we were fighting for the रानी झांसी की रानी, तो जहां 1857 वॉर जो बोला जाता है हमारे देश में अंग्रेजों के खिलाफ, उसके ऊपर मूवीज भी आए हुए हैं, मंगल सिंह एंड रानी झांसी सिंह, वो दौर था हमारे देश में. एंड उस समय पे पेंसिल्वेनिया में जहां पे यूएस में छोटा सा गांव, वहां पे प्रोफेसर केमिस्ट्री का प्रोफेसर, एंड ही मस्ट बी एक नॉर्मली आफ्टर कंप्लीटिंग हिज वर्क शायद स्मोकिंग करने जाता होगा, बिकॉज वहीं से ये हिस्ट्री शुरू हो रही है, क्योंकि वहीं से ये स्टार्ट है. तो ज्यादा होगा तो आफ्टर ही यूज्ड टू स्मोक, एंड आफ्टर हिज वर्क कोई कोने में जाके वहां पे स्मोक करता था, एंड देन आफ्टर स्मोकिंग जो माचिस की तिली होती है, ही यूज्ड टू थ्रो इन समवेयर गार्बेज. तो ऐसे ही उसने एक दिन हमेशा स्मोकिंग के बाद फेंकता, तो उसने देखा कि जब भी मैं मेरी माचिस की जो स्टिक है मैं फेंक रहा हूँ तो बूझ नहीं रही है, वो इनफैक्ट हैप्पीली मोर बर्न हो रही है, ज्यादा फ्लेम हो रहा है उसमें. This is the first thing which we should always aware. We are not at all aware nearby surrounding, nearby happening, and हम लोग बहुत busy है हमारे own thought में. So the people who are aware always having keen observation. So he saw that the stick which I am throwing, it's not it's a happily burning. So he took that entire water, whatever the mud and everything to the lab. पूरे रिसर्च के बाद उसने देखा कि उसमें एक वेरीफाइंग एक केमिकल था जिससे जो माचिस की तिली बूझ नहीं रही थी, इनफैक्ट ज्यादा जल रही थी. सो 1857 दैट बेंजामिन सिल्विन इनका नाम है, ये प्रोफेसर का, केमिस्ट्री के प्रोफेसर थे. माय डियर स्टूडेंट एंड पेरेंट, व्हाट ही डिड इट एट 1857, he took that process of the lab for the patent. Can you imagine patent at 1857? तब तक पेटेंट अमेरिका में भी इतना मालूम नहीं था, बट वहां यूएस में ऑफिस नहीं था. ही वेंट टू कनाडा जाके उसने पूछा कि भाई मैंने आई हैव फाउंड आउट दिस थिंग एंड मुझे इसका पेटेंट कराना है. तो उन्होंने बोला वी आर नॉट हैविंग दैट काइंड ऑफ प्रोसेस. कोई प्रोसेस को पेटेंट नहीं किया जा सकता, सॉरी हम लोग इसे नहीं कर सकते. कोई चीजें ढूंढिए, कोई बनाया है तो हम लोग दे सकते. बट देन ही वाज इंसिस्टिंग, तो उतना कंपटीशन भी उस समय पे था नहीं, तो कनाडा के ऑफिसर ने बोला ठीक है कर देते हैं, यू आर द फर्स्ट वन हु आर कमिंग विद दिस काइंड ऑफ प्रोसेस पेटेंट, तो चलो यू टेल मी द नेम, क्या बोलेंगे इसे. तो ही वाज नॉट क्लियर विद द नेम, तो उसने बोला अभी मैं क्या नाम दूं उसको. तो देन उसने बोला कि एक रॉक में से एक जो ऑयल है ना, तो ये मैं उसे नाम दूंगा रॉक ऑयल. वही हम लोग प्रोनाउंस करते हैं रॉकेल. वो बातें करते करते रॉक ऑयल का रॉकेल हो गया, एंड दिस इज हाउ द रॉकेल हैड बीन इन्वेंटेड. वही गांव में एक छोटा सा 24 साल का लड़का जिसे खाना खाने के लिए दिन के काम करने पड़ते थे, ही थॉट कि ये प्रोफेसर हैड क्रिएटेड प्रोसेस ऑफ ऑयल रॉकेल, तो क्यों ना इसका बिजनेस किया जाए. तो दिन कुछ काम था नहीं, तो उसने सोचा कि ये जो रॉकेल इन्हें ढूंढे, उसने उससे बात करी कि मैं आपको शेयर दूंगा, मैं ये रॉकेल देके मैं बेचूंगा डिफरेंट कॉर्पोरेशन को. तो उस टाइम पे पेंसिल्वेनिया के आजू बाजू में इर्द गिर्द जो कॉर्पोरेशन होते हैं, जैसे हमारी कल्याण डोंबिवली म्यूनिसिपल कॉर्पोरेशन, वहां पे जाके उसने बताया कि आप जो लाइट लगा रहे हो रास्ते पे, वो मोम के है, कैंडल लाइट लगते थे उस टाइम पे, तो क्या हम रॉकेल ऑयल के हम लोग दिए लगाएंगे, लाइट ज्यादा जलेगी. एंड देन दे वर, उस टाइम पे दे वर like not our corporation जहाँ पे पैसे मांगे जाते हैं, तो they were ready that someone is doing something new, so they had supported him, and then this is how he had started doing that business. That young boy had started giving rockel to the nearby corporation. Then जैसे कल्याण डोंबिवली एक कॉर्पोरेशन है, वैसे थाना एक कॉर्पोरेशन है, मुंबई एक कॉर्पोरेशन है, बदलापुर एक कॉर्पोरेशन है, तो वैसे ही पेंसिल्वेनिया के आजू बाजू में जितने कॉर्पोरेशन थे वहां पे जाके ये बिजनेस करने लगा. जाके ऑयल देने का, रॉकेल देने का, नॉट ऑयल, रॉकेल देने का, एंड लाइट्स उससे जलना शुरू हो गया। देन ही थॉट कि मैं जब इन्हें दे रहा हूं तो मुझे एक बड़े टीम लगेंगे इसे देने के लिए, बिकॉज दैट टाइम द टीम वर नॉट अवेलेबल इन बिग साइजेस। तो ही हैड स्टार्टेड अ फैक्ट्री टू क्रिएट टीम। तो रॉकेल तो देना है बट बड़े टीम बनाने के लिए उसने शुरू किया, तो उसे ज्यादा डिमांड आने लगी। तो देन ही थॉट कि टीम में भी काम नहीं हो रहा है एट ए टाइम ट्रांसपोर्ट में, तो ही स्टार्टेड फैक्ट्री ऑफ कंटेनर। उसने कंटेनर बनाना शुरू कर दिया, गाड़ी में कंटेनर भेजने लगा। सो उसे अगेन यूएस में ज्यादा डिमांड आने लगा। तो ही थॉट कि मैं इतने कंटेनर 10-20 कंटेनर एक साथ क्यों नहीं भेजूं। तो ही थॉट उसके लिए क्या करना पड़ेगा, उसके लिए तो ट्रेन शुरू करनी पड़ेगी। माय डियर स्टूडेंट, एट 1890 दिस यंग मैन हु हैड स्टार्टेड रॉकेल बिजनेस हैड स्टार्टेड ट्रेन इन यूएस इन 1890। उसका बिजनेस इतना बड़ा हो गया, इतना बड़ा हो गया कि यूएस गवर्नमेंट के एंटायर पैसे से ज्यादा टर्नओवर उस कंपनी का हो गया। एंड देन पूरे 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 यूएस में ही वाज वन ऑफ दी, अब आज के बिल गेट्स और मार्क जकरबर्ग से ज्यादा 2.5 मोर देन मनी ही वाज अर्निंग इन दोस पीरियड। माय डियर स्टूडेंट, हिज नेम इज जॉन डी रॉकफेलर। Then उसकी 7 companies हो गए, and that's a different story. Why I'm telling you this story? The process start with why, how, what. We just sit and we just need to sit and think why the YouTube, Google, Facebook, Yahoo, everything, Microsoft not had started in India. Why everything had invented outside the India. Although we are having all kind of potential, we are having all kind of talent. In fact, इनके सब company Indian ही संभाल रहे हैं. But why we are not creating something? That one of the research is saying the core fundamental of researching, finding out anything, creating anything is your thinking process. How the thinking process will be developed? Through the education you will take, the books you will read, the teacher you will meet, the culture, the company, which Hina madam rightly tell you that what company matters, what kind of company you'll be having, whether you will be in that जहाँ पे herd mentality में हजारों लोग जा रहे कि, if I'll ask you what is science, what are the careers coming in your mind when I'm using word science, क्या आते हैं आपके mind में? साइंस में कितने करियर है? इफ आई एम आस्किंग दैट देन आई एम गेटिंग आंसर नीट, जेई, डॉक्टर, इंजीनियर, 4, 5, 6 से ज्यादा जाते नहीं हम लोग आगे। एंड देन वही कॉमर्स का पूछूं तो सीए, एमबीए एंड बिजनेस स्टडीज, उसके अलावा हम लोग आगे नहीं जा पाते। इफ आई आस्क यू ह्यूमैनिटीज तो स्टक ही हो जाते हैं लोग। तो यही एक सबसे बड़ा रीजन है इंडिया पीछे रहने का, बिकॉज फैक्ट्री सिस्टम जैसा सिस्टम हमारे देश में 1947 में शुरू हुआ था कि आप स्कूल में जाओ पढ़ो, सेम कॉलेज में जाओ तो कॉमर्स का बच्चा गया तो आर्ट्स का कोई सब्जेक्ट नहीं लेगा, साइंस का बच्चा कोई बिजनेस स्टडीज नहीं लेगा। हु आर दे टू डिसाइड व्हाट यू शुड टेक? हु आर द यूनिवर्सिटीज, हु आर द गवर्नमेंट टू डिसाइड कि आपने क्या लेना चाहिए? इफ योर स्ट्रेंथ, your willingness, your capacity is like that ki while doing science, if you are able to do the business studies and ICT and economics, why not? But ये हमारे process हुए ही नहीं। and यही reason है कि IB, IGCSE college ये 40 साल से कर रहे, they are giving different option with the different subject. So there is nothing called a science, commerce and arts. It's a stream of science when you can take one subject from arts, one subject from commerce. If you're an art student, humanities student, you can take one subject from science, one subject from commerce and other from arts. It's fair enough, you can do that. We are having that option, as Hina madam had explained you the different subject option. But my question is, if you are not going to think the job market after 10 years, then you are not in a right mindset or right frame up to take decision. You need to take decision by seeing the job market after 10 years, because you will be in market in next 5-7 years. So till then, what are the changes will come? What are the skill will require? What are the opportunity will be there in the market? So research बता रहा है, मैं बहुत समय पे बोल रहा हूँ, एक आज की तारीख में millennials who will do the career, उनके minimum 5 career होंगे, 5 career. So just imagine a life after 10 years, the student who had done graduation from arts or only science, and उसे commerce और arts के बारे में कुछ कुछ भी नहीं मालूम है, इवन दो ही वाज हैविंग इंटरेस्ट, कुछ भी नहीं किया. एंड जब उसके 5 करियर होंगे, दैट 5 करियर कुड बी फ्रॉम द आर्ट्स एंड कॉमर्स इंडस्ट्री एज वेल. दैट ही इज नॉट बीन ट्रेन्ड टू थिंक इन मल्टीडिसिप्लिनरी वे. नो, बिकॉज उसे सिखाया गया कि साइंस का बच्चा है तो आर्ट्स और कॉमर्स की तरफ देखी मत, सब्जेक्ट ही नहीं है तेरे. So speciality is something I think for the insect. We are human. We can think, we can change, we can evolve, we can do many things. So same way, the Cambria is giving that option. So don't restrict yourself. We are having a student. You are not the first batch who will come with the Cambria for the international college. One 12 batch had already passed out. One 11, 12 already doing. So this will be our 4th batch. हमारे अभी 12 pass हुए student, they are doing multiple things. Some are had gone out of India, Canada. Some are doing psychology with Amity University. Some are with Mumbai University. Some are going in a local colleges. So it's not. It's one of the myth that IB and IGSC say, if I'll do, तो मुझे बाहर ही जाना पड़ेगा. No, you can do many careers with international college, but आपकी local to global degree बन जाती है 2 साल की. So you will be open more door with many university, international, national, and various university. And as rightly said, then when will be having a university fair after post 12 के 200 options है, उसके लिए 11, 12 में you need to prepare yourself, and you should know that right now. After 12th, you should not think कि मुझे कहाँ जाना है. You should plan your post 12th study as well from now. So there are students who are doing NEET and JEE with us. There are students who had cracked the exam. We had last year, there were 2 students जो doctor engineer बन गए, top doctors उन्हें हमने लेके आया था, and they had done from the AS level, A and S level. So it's some myth in the parent and student mindset that कि ये इंटरनेशनल कॉलेज है तो मैं नीट और जेई नहीं कर सकता हूँ, या मैं सीए एमबीए नहीं कर सकता हूँ, या लोकल कॉलेज में सिर्फ मुझे बाहर ही जाना है. तो इट्स मिथ, बिकॉज उन्होंने गलत लोगों को पूछा. दे नेवर आस्क द एक्सपर्ट. और बहुत जगह पे हमारे देश में एक को रास्ता पूछो तो 10 बताने आ जाते हैं. ये हमारा देश है वैसा कि people love to give suggestion and advice, but always seek advice, always take advice from the expert, the people who had worked in that industry. They are well aware, and they are they studied the important part of that knowledge which you want. So ये एक process है. Welcome to the thinking process. The 3 event, third, this is the 3rd event. First we had done with the Shresh, where we had explained the various career in Bollywood. My God, the Shresh Talpade, he is from the industry. He had explained so many careers, so many options with science, with commerce, arts in Bollywood industry. It's not only actor or actress. There are hundreds of careers. So after that, Simarjit had explained you how 21st century skill required this diversification. And today we'll be having Vivek sir. He will guide you on various questions in your mind about different career. But I'm concluding my talk on that. Before taking decision, think, research, ask the expert, take the right decision. This is one of the fundamental decision in your life. Over to you, Sushmita madam. Best of luck on this.
Thank you so much, sir. You are our constant source of inspiration. And now, moving on, I would like to invite the guest speaker of the day. I know you all have been very excited to listen to him. And now I am introducing the very inspiring Mr. Vivek Velankar, sir. He is a qualified engineer, and I guess someone is unmuted. He is a qualified engineer and has 15 years of industry experience in India and USA in corporate sector, along with 20 years of experience in the entrepreneurship. He has successfully conducted more than 900 workshops on career counseling across Maharashtra and has also counseled hundreds of students personally. He has written more than 1,000 articles on career planning in various newspapers and magazines. He is an author of several career planning books, namely ITतच जायचं, स्वयंरोजगारातून समृद्धीकडे. His book, 10वी-12वी नंतरची शाखा निवड, is very popular and currently in its 27th edition is in circulation. He is a national level trainer on Right to Information Act and has trained 12,000 officers and 50,000 citizens on RTI across the country. He has been felicitated with various awards such as Punya Gaurav, Rotary Samaj Gaurav, Shiksha, Sukharta, Vivekanand, Savarkar, and many more of his inspiring work over the years. Sir, it is an honor to have you here. I would request Mr. Velankar, sir, to please proceed with the session. Over to you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Am I audible? Hello?
Yes, you are audible, sir.
Yes, you are.
Now you are having a lot of anxiety about your exams, and then obviously the further anxiety is what to do next. See, normally the life is very simple, nice till you are up to 10th, because every year you are just going from one standard to another standard. That's all. But after 10th, you have to choose something, and there exactly students and parents both get confused what to choose, which subjects to choose, which board to choose, which college to choose, and so on and so forth. So we will try to answer these questions through this particular seminar. Now, basically, first is how to choose which board or which branch I want to go. Unfortunately, there is a common myth within the students and parents is that it should be based on marks. So if you get marks above 85%, you should choose science as your branch and continue there. If you get bit less, then choose commerce as your branch and continue there. If you get more or less marks, I mean 70% or 60%, choose arts and continue your education. This is unscientific way of selection, because this does not, your marks does not necessarily tell you that what is your career option. Second choice is the way the career is chosen or the particular branch is chosen is what my friends are doing. It's something peer pressure with which students normally go. So if there are groups of 5-6 students and then that all say that we will go for commerce, then everybody, even if he likes or not, doesn't know, but he still goes for commerce. तो ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए. साइंटिफिक डिसीजन लेना पड़ेगा. उसके लिए दो तरीके करने पड़ेंगे. फर्स्ट इज एप्टीट्यूड टेस्ट. Friends, there are a lot of aptitude tests available in the market. Please go for aptitude test which at least conducted for 2.5 or 3 hours. It's examining your mental and psychological abilities. And such tests also, let me tell you very frankly, what to take from these tests. You have to take only negative part of it. That means if the test shows you that your reasoning ability is not developed that much, then you should avoid maybe science or engineering or maybe even IT as your career. If it says that your three-dimensional abilities are not developed much, then you should avoid architecture as a branch, so on and so forth. So basically, aptitude test tells you what you shouldn't do. But ultimately, you must know what you should do. So for that, I will give you one simple methodology or a simple exercise to do. And it's a 10-minute exercise, that's all. And then you will do a lot of introspection and realize yourself where you are strong and all. What I would request you to do, as you have studied up to 10th, you have studied various subjects, physics, chemistry, biology, algebra, geometry, history, geography, English, Marathi, and so on and so forth. So whatever subjects you have learned till that, write down them on a piece of paper and then make 3 columns. First column, the subjects which you liked most and understood most. Second column, subjects you liked, moderate, and understood moderate. And third column, subjects which you disliked or didn't like at all and didn't understood also at all, should be in the third column. And then what you need to do? You just have to discard the subjects which fall in the third column, that which you dislike and which you don't understand. Whichever subject may be there, physics rahega, chemistry rahega, algebra rahe, geometry rahe, doesn't matter. But whatever subject falls into the third column, you must discard forever. Those subjects you have to take and find out which college, which board, which branch gives me that subject. So this is a simple exercise, but still you will have to be very, very clear with yourself, and then only you will be able to do this exercise. So you have to do this exercise yourself. No parent or no friend can help you, because ultimately it's only you and you who knows well about self. Okay, so after doing this, you have to choose what board, what college, what subject, so on and so forth. Now, there is a myth that if you take science as a branch, then you get n number of careers. Commerce and arts, no careers. So I have seen parents and students just going after science in a herd mentality, saying मेरे को science ही करना है. पेरेंट्स बोलते हैं बेटा 12वीं तक साइंस कर ले, 12वीं के बाद अगर नहीं कुछ अच्छा हो रहा है तो जाओ कॉमर्स और आर्ट्स चले जाओ, बट 12वीं तक साइंस करो क्योंकि बहुत ऑप्शंस होते हैं. ये रॉन्ग कंसेप्ट है. You have to take decision based on what subjects you like. So if you feel that you don't like science subjects, or at least 1 or 2 science subjects, there is no point in going for it. Now, if you are going with IB, where you get a lot of scope to choose between various subjects, कुछ science के, कुछ commerce के, कुछ arts के, then ये problem नहीं आएगा, because whatever subjects are falling in first category, liked most, understood most, you have to choose those subjects in IB. You don't have to go for a particular branch. That's the advantage, friends. So I would say that you can even seriously think of this IB, because new education policy, which is now coming up, is exactly based on this concept, that you have to choose from a lot of subjects. Today, unfortunately, we have bucket system. Science with this bucket, commerce with this bucket, arts with this bucket. So you have to take a bucket. You can't take one from here, one from here, one from here in our traditional education, but new education policy exactly talks of this, which IB has been doing for years. So let's come to career options. First, I am going to discuss with you career options which are post-pandemic career options, which have got glorious future. क्योंकि पैंडेमिक 2 साल में हमने इतना कुछ सीखा, इतना कुछ बदल गया कि हमें चिंता लगने लगी कि भैया अभी ये जो करियर ऑप्शन में देख रही हूँ, ये पैंडेमिक के बाद इसका कुछ महत्व होगा या नहीं होगा. तो पहले ऐसे करियर्स देखते हैं जो पैंडेमिक के बाद जिसका स्कोप बढ़ गया, कई गुना बढ़ गया. से फॉर एग्जाम्पल, पैंडेमिक में हमने क्या देखा? There are a couple of industries which flourished. One is health sector, क्योंकि pandemic में तो only health issues were there. So health sector, then pharma sector, क्योंकि medicines तो लगते ही थे, and then one more sector which flourished. क्या हो रहा था कि pandemic के बाद everybody started talking, अरे यार इकोनॉमी का कुछ बराबर नहीं चल रहा है. जिसको इकोनॉमिक्स का एबीसी पता नहीं था वो भी बोलने लगा इकोनॉमिक का कुछ बराबर नहीं चल रहा है. So friends, economics is another sector which is now coming into the forefront. So if we want to go ahead with any of these careers, let's see what options and what branches. So for example, a career like economics, If you want to take economics as a career, it doesn't matter which branch you take. In IB, obviously, with science also you can get economics. If you are not going through IB, then even any other board you take, still you get economics. With arts and commerce, and if required, some colleges offer even in science also. Economics is such a field where there are a lot of options. Government sector, private sector, financial sector, banking sector, 12th. There are a couple of institutes which are best at national level also. So for example, an institute in Pune called as Gokhale Institute of Economics, second in the country, which offers BSc Economics. And then they also offer MSc Economics. Friends, if you are doing career in economics, you must do at least post-graduation. But this institute has an entrance exam before they give admission to the students. So you should be aware of this entrance exam, and also you should go for a preparation of these entrance exams as you are doing for maybe JEE or NEET or something. So economics is a field which is booming and which will boom even after this pandemic also. Then coming to a field called as biotechnology. Friends, entire world has understood that we have to give a lot of attention to research work, especially in the field of vaccines and microorganisms, viruses, and vagara vagara. So biotechnology deals with basically genetics. And these viruses and this everything comes as a part of genetics. So biotechnology is a field where you have to have biology, physics, chemistry, and mathematics, all subjects during your 12th. And we have got excellent opportunities in biotechnology, BSc biotechnology, MSc biotechnology. And to be frank with you, biotechnology being a research option, you should ideally go for PhD in biotechnology. Today, if we see that the vaccines manufacturers are majority biotech companies, only one vaccine which is produced completely in India, or it's an Indian make, and that is called as Bharat Biotech Vaccine, Covaxin. It's a biotech company, let's understand. So worldwide, biotechnology has started getting a lot of importance. So this is a field which has gone up because of pandemic like anything. Similarly, there is a field called as microbiology. Microbiology is a field where you at least have to study biology and chemistry till 12th. Friends, again, microbiology deals with microbes, but bacteria, viruses, funguses, so on and so forth. And what we have been dealing with for last 2 years is the same. So BSc microbiology, MSc microbiology, and if required, PhD in microbiology. And that will give you a good career in research in microbiology. So this is another field which has cropped up like anything in pandemic. Then coming to pharmacy. We all have seen that during pandemic, during lockdowns, all industries were closed. Only industry which was running 3 shifts 24/7 was pharmaceutical industry. Let me tell you, this is the industry which is absolutely having no recession. Never. Because people's need for medicines is always going up, up and up. So pharmacy is another field which has got a lot of scope, and for that you have to give Maharashtra CET of either physics, chemistry, biology, or physics, chemistry, mathematics, and then you can get entry into pharmacy field, that is the B Pharm course, Bachelor of Pharmacy. So this is another field which has got pandemic support. Then coming to a field called as statistics. Friends, today we are all talking of various statistics things because of this pandemic. Now, if you are good in maths and stats, and then for statistics, you need not have a specific branch. Even in arts, you can take statistics as a subject up to 12. Even in science, you can have math stats. Even in commerce, also you have maths, and then you can study stats also. So basically, what I'm trying to say, there are very good careers in statistics alone after 12th. Indian Statistical Institute is one of the best institute in India, situated in Kolkata. And they offer BSc in statistics, and then they have branches in Bangalore and then in Calcutta, where they offer in MSc statistics. In
Sir, you need to unmute yourself.
Okay, I think कुछ थोड़ा बीच में प्रॉब्लम हुआ था कनेक्टिविटी का. Now am I audible?
Yes, sir, clearly audible.
Okay. So statistics is another field again, which is going up like anything. You must have heard of data science. You must have heard of insurance field. All that requires statistics and mathematics as a base. Now coming to common fields. See, what I want, why I'm telling all this is that you have to come out of the mindset that only science, PCB or PCM can offer you best careers. No, there are others. Say, for example, if you are with science with business studies, or you are having commerce, or you are having arts and business studies, then there is a course called as MBA directly available after 12th. We all know that MBA is available after graduation, but since last couple of years, MBA is directly available after 12th. It is called as integrated MBA, 5-year course after 12th, and that too in excellent institutes like IIM, Indian Institute of Management, IIM Indore, IIM Bodh Gaya, and another 3-4 IIMs offer post-graduation course, that is MBA after 12th, 5-year integrated course. Every institute has an entrance exam. So you can give, whether you are in arts or commerce or science or IB board or CBSE board, doesn't matter at all. But MBA is such a course which attracts everybody. Even Narsimunji in Mumbai has got a 5-year integrated course after 12. So MBA is an option which is common to all, whether you, which branch you have, which board you are in, doesn't matter at all. But if you have business studies up in 11th and 12th, that's going to definitely help you. So the IB type of education, where you have got selection along with science, subjects like business studies, subjects like economics, your other options, other doors also get opened up. We must understand that. Then another option is law. Friends, today in our various courts, around 4 crore cases are pending. And every day thousands are getting added to it. So the profession which is absolutely flourishing is called as law. Now, law also has different types of options. Jaise, there is an option called as National Law School. India has around 16, 17 national law schools. And then there is a single common entrance exam for entering into National Law School after 12. It's called as CLAT, C-L-A-T. And that exam,
Sir, आवाज here and
arts or commerce or science. Because anybody from any background, any board can give that exam. And that exam has papers like general maths, English, reasoning ability, and so on and so forth. Again, lot of law colleges are available throughout Maharashtra, and they have separate CET of Maharashtra. Even Symbiosis is one of the best law college, and they have separate CET. So law is a field which is open for all boards and all branches after 10th, after 12th. Then there is something called as designing. See, there is a common myth between parents and students that if you want to go into IIT Powai, then you must take science, you must do JEE mains, you must do JEE advanced, and then if you stand in first 1,000, then only you can get into IIT Powai. Wrong. With background of arts or commerce, also you can go into IIT Powai after 12. Because IIT Powai has a separate designing school. Product designing, fashion designing, interior designing, communication designing, ऐसे डिजाइनिंग के बहुत सारे ऑप्शंस अवेलेबल है 12th के बाद. और उसके लिए IIT पवई तो है ही, बट ऐसे ही अदर ब्यूटीफुल इंस्टीट्यूट्स है जैसे NID नेशनल इंस्टीट्यूट which branch and which board you are studying in. So again, commonly available to all. Then comes fine arts. You might have heard the name of Zeze School of Arts. Friends, those who have skill in their hand, drawing. Acha drawing hai, to which branch, which college, which board doesn't matter at all. You can get admission into fine arts after 12th with a separate CET of Maharashtra State, and that CET has only drawing papers. So this is a curriculum which is common to all. Then coming to something called as mass communication. After 12th, you have got entry into mass communication career again, irrespective of branch, irrespective of board. You can enter into mass comm. And beautiful institutes like Xavier's in Mumbai, Symbiosis in Pune offer a good mass comm course after 12th. So this is another option which is common to all. Now let's come to options with commerce. अभी जो पता है सभी, इकोनॉमिक्स का हो, MBA का हो, लॉ का हो, और डिजाइनिंग का हो, फाइन आर्ट्स का हो, मास कॉम का हो, all these options are available through commerce as a branch also. But other than that, professional courses like CA, CS and CMA are available through commerce side. Friends, all these three qualifications are basically requiring you to study hard. You have to slog. ये कोई impossible targets नहीं है, but ये difficult जरूर है. Because ये प्रोफेशनल कोर्सेस है. खाली आप एग्जाम देके कुछ फायदा नहीं होता है, आपको 2 या 3 साल का इंटर्नशिप करना पड़ता है. आर्टिकलशिप बोलते हैं उसको. So a person who is either CA or CS or CMA, he is a expert automatically because उसने 2-3 साल का actual experience भी लिया होता है by the time he completed his degree of CA or CS. So it's one of the best career available in commerce. Let me tell you that the structure is similar for all. There is an entrance exam, some call it as foundation, some call it as CPT, vagera, vagera. Then there is an intermediate exam, and then there is a final exam. If you get through all these exams and 2 or 3 years, depending on which course you are taking, internship, then you will be awarded either CA or CS or CMA, depending on which exam you are giving. But it's one of the best professional courses available in India. And then your doors to employment as well as self-employment gets opened up. So these are specific commerce careers. Jaise arts may be specific arts careers. Say for example, psychology. Psychology is a beautiful career available through arts. And then with psychology, you can have lot of options. जैसे इंडस्ट्रियल साइकोलॉजी है, क्लिनिकल साइकोलॉजी है, काउंसलिंग साइकोलॉजी है, वगैरह वगैरह. एंड देयर आर इंस्टीट्यूट्स एट अ नेशनल लेवल, जैसे निमंस है. तो ऐसे जो इंस्टीट्यूट्स है जहाँ पे साइकोलॉजी के बहुत अच्छे कोर्सेस है. इवन IIT ऑफर्स courses in psychology. One must understand that. So it is another field which is really attractive. IIT में 12वीं के बाद खाली आर्ट स्टूडेंट्स को सेपरेट एंट्रेंस है, एंड दैट इज इन IIT चेन्नई, इंडियाज प्रीमियर इंस्टीट्यूट IIT चेन्नई, IIT मद्रास, जहां पे आर्ट्स के लिए स्पेशल कोर्स है. इट इज कॉल्ड एज ग्रेजुएशन इन ह्यूमैनिटीज, जहाँ पे डेवलपमेंट स्टडीज, इकोनॉमिक्स, इंग्लिश वगैरह सब्जेक्ट्स में आप आर्ट्स कर सकते हो. So even art students can enter into IITs. We must understand that. And then coming to science. साइंस बोले तो हमें लगता है इंजीनियरिंग एंड मेडिकल. है क्या यार साइंस? नहीं, ऐसा नहीं है. इंजीनियरिंग है, मेडिकल है, फार्मेसी है, आईटी है, इंफॉर्मेशन टेक्नोलॉजी, बीटी है, बायोटेक्नोलॉजी, रिसर्च अपॉर्चुनिटीज है, मर्चेंट नेवी है, पायलट है, डिफेंस सर्विसेज है, उसके बाद फोरेंसिक साइंस है. ऐसे बहुत सारे ऑप्शंस ये साइंस में मिल सकते हैं. एक जो संभ्रम है पेरेंट्स और स्टूडेंट्स के मन में, those who want to go for engineering, कि 10वीं के बाद 3 साल का इंजीनियरिंग डिप्लोमा अवेलेबल है, और ये 3 साल का इंजीनियरिंग डिप्लोमा कंप्लीट होने के बाद आपको 3 साल में ही डिग्री मिलती है इंजीनियरिंग की. तो 3 + 3 6 years. If you go via 11-12 2 years and then 4 years engineering becomes 6 years. So either side you choose after 10th. In 6 years you become a degree engineer holder. And there the issue comes up, which side to take, either through diploma or through 11-12. Friends, I'm going to give you the pluses and minuses of going into diploma, engineering diploma after 10th. What are the pluses? Pluses are, first of all, you don't have to go through all these, 11, 12, that CET, CE, uske sab classes, ye wo, कुछ झमेला नहीं होगा. Secondly, जो ब्रांच में आपने डिप्लोमा किया है उसी ब्रांच में अगर आप डिग्री करते हो तो आपका बेस पक्का हो जाता है. Thirdly, basically, those who want to stop after diploma is a professional qualification and you can get your jobs even after diploma engineering. But what are the disadvantages? One, you can't avoid competition. यहाँ पे 11वीं 12वीं का कंपटीशन अवॉइड किया आपने तो डिप्लोमा के 3rd ईयर के मार्क्स के ऊपर ही डायरेक्ट 2nd ईयर इंजीनियरिंग का प्रवेश होता है. सो कंपटीशन इन डिप्लोमा 3rd ईयर इज इक्वली हाई. आपको अगर VJTI में जाना है ना, डिप्लोमा मैकेनिकल इंजीनियरिंग खत्म करके VJTI में मैकेनिकल इंजीनियरिंग में प्रवेश चाहिए तो 95% लगेंगे आपको. 10th में नहीं, डिप्लोमा के 3rd ईयर. सो कंपटीशन कम नहीं होती है. दूसरा, नंबर ऑफ सीट्स आर वेरी लेस. अगर 12वीं के बाद VJTI में आपको मैकेनिकल इंजीनियरिंग जाने के लिए 100 सीट्स अवेलेबल है तो डिप्लोमा के बाद डायरेक्ट 2nd ईयर इंजीनियरिंग में जाने के लिए खाली 10 सीट्स अवेलेबल है, 10%. सो नंबर ऑफ सीट्स आर वेरी लेस. थर्ड, मैं जो देख रहा हूं 12वीं के बाद स्टूडेंट को समझ में नहीं आता है मैं मैकेनिकल इंजीनियरिंग करूं या इलेक्ट्रिकल करूं या इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स करूं या कंप्यूटर करूं या IT करूं. यहाँ पे तो 10वीं के बाद ही निर्णय लेना पड़ता है. किसी स्टूडेंट को कुछ नहीं समझता, पहले तो इंजीनियरिंग क्या यही नहीं समझता है तो ब्रांच काउंसिल कैसे समझेगा. तो कोई तो उसको गाइड करता है, ऐसा कर तू मैकेनिकल ले ले, बहुत अच्छा होता है. बस स्टूडेंट टेक्स मैकेनिकल विदाउट अंडरस्टैंडिंग व्हाट मैकेनिकल इज. So my suggestion would be you have to take into consideration these pluses and minuses and take your decision. Then coming to fields available in science. Friends, I am not going to speak about engineering medical much because that is known to everybody. What I am trying to tell you are other important courses. So for example, architecture. Profession है architecture. और उसमें जाने के लिए PCM सब्जेक्ट्स खाली अनिवार्य है, बाकी कौन से भी सब्जेक्ट आप ले सकते हो. एंड देयर इज an entrance exam called as NATA. If you get good marks in NATA, you can get admission into architecture. Architecture is a profession. So वहां पे jobs बहुत कम है. It's your skills going to decide your payment. And architecture is a 5-year course after 12th, rigorous course है. तो जिनको प्रोफेशन में इंटरेस्ट है उनके लिए बहुत अच्छा कोर्स हो सकता है. देन फोरेंसिक साइंस. आजकल तो बहुत, मेरे को इतने स्टूडेंट्स आजकल पूछते हैं सर फोरेंसिक साइंस कैसे जाए. कुछ नहीं, आपको PCMB 4 सब्जेक्ट्स लेके 12वीं करनी है. तो उसके बाद फोरेंसिक साइंसेस का BSc का कोर्स है. गवर्नमेंट कॉलेजेस 3 जगह पे है, बॉम्बे, औरंगाबाद एंड नागपुर. जिनके एडमिशंस ओनली बेस्ड ऑन 12th बोर्ड मार्क्स होते हैं, उनके लिए कोई सीईटी नहीं है. So you have to understand that. But forensic science is a totally different field which is available. Then agriculture. I know a lot of you must have thing in mind कि यार हमारा कहाँ जमीन कहाँ है हमारे पास, हम क्या करेंगे एग्रीकल्चर करके. ऐसे नहीं है. एग्रीकल्चर में भी there are branches like food technology. There are branches like agricultural biotechnology. So very good options available in agriculture also. For that you have to give Maharashtra CET, PCB या PC. There is an institute called as CMI, Chennai Mathematical Institute, and it's one of the best in India. IIT में प्रवेश मिलने के बाद भी जिनको CMI में प्रवेश मिलता है वो IIT छोड़ के CMI चले जाते हैं. इतना अच्छा इंस्टीट्यूट है. And then you get a BSc, MSc option available in that institute, and it is the best institute available for mathematics study in India. Then defense services. Friends, there are 4 options available after 12th to go into defense services. उसमें 2 लड़कियों के लिए भी है और 4 ऑप्शन लड़कों के लिए है. Common options to girls and boys. One is Armed Forces Medical College, Hadapsar, Pune. इसमें जाने के लिए नीट एग्जाम कंपलसरी है. नीट के स्कोर के ऊपर एडमिशन मिलेगी. 100 boys and 25 girls are absorbed into AFMC college every year, and this 5-year course is absolutely free of cost. You don't have to spend a single money, though it's a medical education. And then after completion of this education, you are absorbed in defense forces as doctors with a salary of around 1 lakh rupees a month. A beautiful career, let me tell you very frankly. Then there is a institute called as NDA, National Defense Academy, Rashtriya Saurakshan Pramodini, Khadakwasla, Pune. Since this year, even girls are allowed to enter into NDA. NDA is a feeding institute to defense services. Army, Navy, Air Force, सभी के top officials are from NDA. उसका entrance exam होता है. NDA entrance exam. Even you can give at the start of 12th. You don't have to wait up to end of 12th. Every 6 months the exam takes place. So there is a good chance that you can get chance of entering into NDA after 12, boys and girls both. And let me tell you, the entrance exam has mathematics and then English and then general knowledge. General knowledge consists of physics, chemistry, economics, geography, history, everything. So if you have multiple subjects, not only just restricted to science, then chances of you entering into NDA are much better. So you can think from that angle also. NDA is 100% free course. Your living and all expenses are taken care of by Government of India. It's a residential course, and after 3 years, you get a particular branch which is allotted to you, Army, Navy, Air Force, and then you are into the field as an officer at 1 lakh rupees salary. Then there are 2 engineering colleges after 12th, which are specifically defense colleges. One is Army College, which is situated in Pune, that is CME, College of Military Engineering, Dapodi, Pune. And second is for Navy, that is Naval Engineering Colleges, Dhamrin, Kerala. So both these colleges, the entrance criteria is you should get minimum 70% marks in PCM, Physics, Chemistry, Mathematics, in 12 boards. Which board, they don't care. But minimum 70% marks in boards. And then, based on your JEE mains marks, they do the shortlisting. You don't have to do any separate entrance exam, either for Army Engineering College or for Navy Engineering College. Let's understand that. So it's another opportunity in defense which is available. जैसे Indian Navy है वैसे Merchant Navy है. There are a lot of options available in Merchant Navy. Even boys and girls both can enter into Merchant Navy. 2 types of options in Merchant Navy. एक है BSc Nautical Science, that is called as deck side, and second is engineering, that is BSc naval engineering. And then a lot of colleges are available. Only 2 colleges are government colleges, one in the Mumbai and another in Calcutta. But rest all colleges are private colleges, bit expensive, but still, if you are through well, then and if you get good contracts, then you can earn a lot in merchant navy. And secondly, you can see entire world at somebody else's cost. So another advantage is merchant navy. Then coming to a field called as pilot. I meet a lot of students nowadays जिनको pilot बनना है. And then there are a lot of institutes available who prepare you for pilot entrance exam and who give you a flying experience. Because to get your CPL, commercial pilot license, you should pass the theory exams. And secondly, you should have around 250 hours of flying experience. And these academies are for that. एक जुहू में है, दूसरे पूना के नजदीक बारामती में है, इंदौर में है, गोंदिया में है. Even there is a government institute available, only one government institute available in pilot training, that is called as Indira Gandhi Rashtriya Udan Academy, Rai Bareli, UP. Well, friends, it's a very attractive career, but at the same time, you have to check for placements. Because if you don't get placement after this course of so many, it's a very costly course, around 35-40 lakhs minimum. And if you don't get employment, then you are like 12. So you have to check on that and then only go for admission in pilot courses. Then coming to something called as medical or engineering. Friends, let me tell you, medical means students and parents still think MBBS and BDS, but that's all, that is medical. No, ऐसा नहीं है. पहले तो मेडिकल का किसी भी आपको साइड में जाना है तो NEET नीट एग्जाम कंपलसरी. बट अभी ये पैंडेमिक में हमने देखा आयुर्वेदिक एंड होम्योपैथी आल्सो गॉट अ गुड बूम एंड बून. Basically, to improve the immunity of people still rely on Ayurvedic or homeopathic. So even these are the 2 branches which are available with the same NEET at a lesser score. So you can even think of that. Then there is something called as veterinary science. जानवरों का डॉक्टर. Let me tell you, friends, इंसानों का डॉक्टर से जानवरों का डॉक्टर ज्यादा कमाता है. It's a 5-year course, all government colleges. 5 colleges, सभी government college है. यही नीट एग्जाम के ऊपर उसको एडमिशन मिलती है. और जॉब्स, गवर्नमेंट जॉब भी मिलते हैं. बैंकिंग और इंश्योरेंस सेक्टर भी ये डॉक्टर लोग लेते हैं. Then you can get into pharma industry, you can get into private practice. Lot of options are available for veterinary doctors. Then paramedicals, physiotherapy, speech therapy, occupation therapy. These are something called as paramedics, to which people can get entry into through the same NEET exam. Coming to engineering, engineering requires separate exams like JEE mains, CET, and then अगर BITS जाना है तो BITSAT, VIT जाना है तो VIT वेल्लोर का exam वगैरह वगैरह वगैरह. Now these exams, if you prepare for, then your engineering doors will get open after 12th. Let me tell you one thing, that engineering has 70 branches, and unfortunately students know only 2 or 3. Mechanical, electrical, electronics, computer, IT, khatam. Nine. There are 70 branches available in Maharashtra for engineering. ऐसे ऐसे कहाँ पे branches है, एक college में खाली. Say for example, printing technology, only 1 college in Pune, PVG. Petroleum engineering, only 1 college in Pune, MIT. Or environmental engineering, only 1 college in Kolhapur, KIT, so on and so forth. So what I'm trying to say is that engineering also, there are a lot of courses available, lot of branches available, lot of colleges available. You can give CET, you can give JEE, and see to it that you get good marks. So engineering is a very common option which students are thinking of. See friends, I tried to give you a panorama basically. that what different career paths are available and how you should go for them, and basically how to select a college, how to select a board, how to select a branch, and so on and so forth. Which are the entrance exams for which type of course, and all these things I tried to cover. I know that there are a lot of things you need to understand, but you have to do some research yourself on internet also. Friends, before I end up, I just wanted to tell you, जैसे मैडम ने पहले बोला, मेरा एक बुक है, ये मराठी में है, 10वीं 12वीं नंतर की शाखा निवड. This book is available with only me. 29th edition is going on currently, and this has all what I have said. My email address is vkvelankar@gmail.com, and my phone number is 9850063480. I repeat, 9850063480. You can contact me and I can send you the book. So friends, I tried to explain you as much as possible. Let me tell you one thing before I close. Many a times I have been asked a question, sir, scope किस career में है? Let me tell you, scope हर एक career में. For students who are in top 25% of that field, and there is no scope in any field where students are in bottom 25%. So scope field को नहीं होता है, scope student field में कहाँ है उसके ऊपर scope decide होता है. So if you choose subjects which you like and pursue, then I'm sure you will be in first 25%, top 25%, and your career will flourish like anything. बस यही आपको बोलना था. एक छोटी चीज और बोलता हूँ कि भैया आपके अच्छे सब्जेक्ट्स, अच्छा कॉलेज, अच्छा बोर्ड मिलने से करियर बनता नहीं है. Your efforts, your own efforts are most important. So my only prayer to you is that next 2 years, don't take any casual approach, because these 2 years are going to be pioneers for your career. So you have to really slog, you have to work hard, you have to understand the concepts and so on and so forth. And then you have to decide what career I want to go for. You should have a fallback option also. So, well, that's all what I wanted to share. I again thank Pote sir and their team for giving me this opportunity to interact with you. And thank you, friends. Thank you, parents. Thank you, students. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. The session was amazing. It was an intensely informative session, and we all are so grateful for your presence. And I'm very sure all our learners present here might have enjoyed listening to you and gained a lot of positive learnings from your words. Yes, students, I hope you all have got a lot of information from sir. And now, learners, guess what? I am back with the exciting time. And what's that? The quiz time. Now I'll be asking the last set of questions, so make sure you answer it the fastest and win the amazing prizes at the end of the session. I hope you remember I showed you the pictures of all the prizes. So get ready to have them all. There are many questions which we have received from the students for the Q&A sessions, and soon we will be heading towards it. But before that, let's take this quiz. So open your ears and your fingers on the keyboard. Like last time, again, I'm reminding you the first answer, the first correct answer in my chat box will be the winner for the question. Okay, so I hope you all are ready. I need a yes from everyone. Great. All right, so all the best, and let's try the luck now again. Those who were not able to answer for the last time, for the last few questions, you can do it now. Okay, so the first question for this set is, listen carefully. here the question has two questions in it and we want answer for both the questions. Okay. So it is related to one single topic. The question says, who works on making vaccines and what is the name of the institute that launched Covaxin? I will repeat my question, students. Who works on making vaccines and what is the name of the institute that launched Covaxin? This is my question and I can see the answers popping on my screen. Wow, brilliant, brilliant. Great. Okay. Amazing, amazing. So now let's stop here. Let's stop and move to the next question. I hope you all are ready for the next question, students. Okay, great. So the next question says, what is the full form of the examination NATA? N-A-T-A, NATA. What is the full form of the examination NATA? N-A-T-A. Okay, I can again see the answers popping up on my screen and you all are super fast. Brilliant. Wow. Yes, many of you have given the correct answers and we will definitely tell you the winners. But before that, let's hear to the last question of this session. The final question, students. So buck up and get ready for this final question, and I want all of you to answer it. Make sure you are the fastest and you give the correct answer. Okay, listen to it carefully. I'll repeat it 2 times. This is the last question and then there is no other chance. Okay, all right. So the question says, in terms of engineering software, what does CAD stand for? CAD, C-A-D, CAD. Okay, I am repeating my question. In terms of engineering software, what does CAD stand for? CAD is C-A-D, CAD. Oh, great. I can see many of them are giving the answers. Superb. You have got a great speed, students. Brilliant. I really appreciate your enthusiasm. That's awesome. Wow. So that was the last question for today. And the winners will be announced soon at the end of the session. So I request all of you to stay tuned. Don't go anywhere because you never know if you might get any of the prizes that I showed you at the beginning of the session. Okay, so dear students, I have one more exciting and important information for all of you. As we've already told you that after all these interesting and informative webinars, we are going to host a university fair where all of you will be getting a lot of important and valuable knowledge and lot of opportunities for your career. So we request you to stay tuned. You are going to get a lot of information about the university fair and soon we will be telling you when it will be held. So all of you stay connected with us for the amazing prizes and all the valuable information. Also, students, I would like to let you know that soon we will also contact the prize winners to let them know when they can come and collect their prizes. So we will be sending an email to the winners for the same. So keep checking your mails and stay tuned for your prizes. And before we move ahead, students, we will be posting a feedback link in the chat box now. I request all of you to please fill the feedback form because your feedback is really very important for us. It matters for us and it helps us get going in the best way possible. So please don't forget to fill the feedback link. And now I hand over to my colleague, Mrs. Payal Pawar, ma'am. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Sushmita ma'am. I hope I'm audible.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. Like Sushmita ma'am has already announced, I have posted the feedback link in the chat box. Your feedback is very important to us students. So kindly take out some time and please fill the feedback link. Let me introduce myself. My name is Payal Pawar and I'm a career counselor. I love helping students identify their innate potential and finding a career path in alignment with it. Now, before we start the Q&A round, let me again announce that as informed to you all by Sushmita ma'am, very soon we would be having a grand university fair wherein you would be able to meet speakers from renowned universities like Symbiosis, BITS Pilani, Flame, Ashoka, Kriya, MET, NMIMS, OP Jindal, DY Patil, Atlas, and the list goes on. Here you would get a never before opportunity wherein you will be able to gather first-hand information from the speakers about their universities, their courses, their entrance test, what are the skills and the parameters that the universities are focusing on for their admissions, scholarships given by them, etc., etc. So you cannot afford to miss this, as this would be your first step to pave your roadmap to enter into your dream university. So stay tuned and please keep checking your mails, as very soon we would be sending you further information about this. Now, let's start with the Q&A round. Kindly type your questions in the chat box, or you can raise your hand and ask your questions. No questions, students? Yes, here we go. Vivek sir, there's a first question for you.
Yeah.
The student has asked, I got stuck to choose software engineering or do PhD in chemistry. So which path I can select accordingly?
Well, basically, I don't know which standard you are, because PhD in chemistry, you will have to complete your MSc, and software engineering is right after 12th. So these two things are on some different parameters. But what I would say that till completion of 12th, if you have computer or IT as a subject, then you will come to know whether you have an interest and inclination for computer or IT. Also, you should have chemistry as a subject in 12th. So you will know your inclination and interest in chemistry, and whichever interests you most, you should go for it. So it can be either chemistry or it can be IT. So whichever is highly interesting to you after end of 12th, you can choose that.
Thank you, Vivek sir. There's a next question. Which exams should I crack to become an astrophysicist?
Well, after 12th, through JEE Mains and JEE Advanced, you can go into one beautiful institute, that is IIST, Indian Institute of Space Technology, where you can get straight into ISRO after completion of course from IIST. Else, yeah, another option, that is doing your BSc Physics, MSc Astrophysics, and then give an exam which is for entry into the institutes which are catering to astrophysics after MSc. So both ways are available to you.
Thank you, sir. There's one more question. I have an interest in space and astronomy. So can you please advise me about that? I mean,
Yes.
which stream and colleges should I take?
You have to take science. You should have PCM, that is must. And then, जैसे मैंने अभी भी बोला कि IIST is the institute which you can vouch for, doing JEE Mains and JEE Advanced, or else you can continue your BSc in physics and then MSc in astrophysics.
Thank you, Vivek sir. One more question. What are the best universities to go in for psychology? What are the different jobs that are available after doing that?
Well, up to graduation, it doesn't matter which university, which institute you study. But after graduation, you have to really choose जैसे क्लिनिकल साइकोलॉजी के लिए निमंस इज द बेस्ट इंस्टीट्यूट इन इंडिया, बैंगलोर. So similarly for school psychology, Jnana Pradhini Pune is the best institute, so on and so forth. Career options, yes, right from industry to schools, everywhere they require psychologists. So good career options, but journey is long. Only graduation won't help. Minimum post-graduation and if required, MPhil is required.
Thank you, sir. What should we choose if we are good in science and geography as well?
Hello, hello, hello.
Hello, sir, can you hear me?
Hello.
Hello.
No, madam, there was some breakage.
Okay, sir. I'll repeat the question. What should we choose if we are good in science as well as in geography?
Well, if you are good in science and geography, then there is something called as Geographical Information Systems, GIS, which is available in some institutes after 12. Otherwise, after doing your engineering also or your science graduation also, you can do something in GIS, that is Geographical Information Systems.
Thank you, Vivek, sir. Can we do PCMB and give JEE exam?
Well, for giving JEE, you should have even PCM is enough. B is not required, but it is not compulsory that if you have B, you can't give JEE. JEE requires PCM. B is optional. If you want to have, you can have. If you don't want to have, you don't want to have. There are two engineering courses available with biology. One is biomedical engineering and another is biotechnology engineering. So for these two engineering courses, you require biology. Otherwise, biology is not required for engineering.
Thank you, Vivek, sir. One of the students wants to know what is textile engineering and can you please advise how to go about this?
Well, textile engineering is a branch. जैसे मैंने बोला कि 12वीं के बाद engineering के 70 branches है, 70 branches. One of them is textile engineering. And there are good scope available in textile engineering, no problem. But for that, you have to go via route of JEE Mains or CET Maharashtra to get admission into textile engineering after 12.
The next question is MSc required for astrophysics or is BSc enough?
नहीं what थोड़ा break हुआ था, पहले क्या पूछा?
Is MSc and BSc required for astrophysics?
Yes, not only BSc, minimum MSc.
Okay, thank you. The next question is, I'm planning to go for science and continue with mechanical engineering in Indian Naval Academy. So can you guide me which exams and college should I go for?
Basically, you have two choices. One is after 12th, if you get minimum 70% marks in PCM and good marks in JEE Mains, you can enter into mechanical engineering in an institute called INS Zamreen, which is Indian Naval Engineering College in Kerala, or through giving NDA entrance exam, you can enter into NDA. They also have a naval institute and you do your naval course from there. So both options are available to you after 12.
Thank you, sir. One of the students wants to know how to enter ISRO with maths, biology as a subject and what is the minimum qualification required?
ISRO में जाने के लिए बायोलॉजी की जरूरत नहीं है, आपको फिजिक्स और मैथ्स की जरूरत है. एक जो रास्ता है वो 12वीं के बाद IIST से है, दूसरा रास्ता मिनिमम MSc and to be frank PhD, and then you can enter into ISRO.
Thank you, sir. There's one more question here. Apart from management, what are the career options if we take commerce but not accounts?
Law है, जैसे मैंने आपको पहले भी बोला था, law is a course which doesn't require any accountants. MBA है, जिसको कोई अकाउंटेंसी नहीं लगता है. Then going for courses like designing, fine arts, mass communication, hotel management, after 12th from commerce, you don't require any accounts after that.
Thank you, sir. Which career doesn't need maths or need very little maths? Because I do not like maths. That's the question of the
Well, whatever careers I talked about in arts and commerce, they don't require maths. जैसे law है, management है, hotel management है, designing है, fine arts है, mass communication है, ये इसमें किसमें भी maths नहीं लगता है.
Thank you, sir. The next question is, can I give JEE exam and do MSc and hello?
नहीं, थोड़ा कट हुआ था. हाँ.
Can I give JEE exam and do MSc and keeping IT as a backup plan? Is it okay or should I look for something else?
नहीं, JEE exam is after 12th for entry into engineering. MSc is 12th के बाद 3 साल का BSc फिर 2 साल का MSc. So ये दोनों का एक में से कुछ संबंध ही है नहीं. So if you are giving JEE, it should be ideally for getting into engineering.
No, sir, I guess the student wants to keep IT as a backup plan. So he basically wants to ask if I keep IT as a backup plan while doing my MSc, is that okay? Is that a good plan?
नहीं, बैकअप प्लान बोले तो क्या होता है? MSc विद IT करोगे तो ही फायदा है ना. अदरवाइज ऐसा कुछ है ही नहीं बैकअप प्लान जैसा. IT क्या करोगे? तो JEE दे दो, do engineering in IT or do MSc in IT.
Aditya, I think that was the answer that you were looking for.
Aditya, is your answer that should you take ICT in your 12th standard or no? Then the answer,
ICT he said.
Yeah, ICT is available with us in our junior college. And if you have inclinations towards ICT, you can definitely take it. You can take it for your AS and A levels and see your performance, and then later you can decide. And nowadays, everything is about technology. You should have basic knowledge on technology. So whether you are taking up ICT in future or you're not taking ICT in future, that is pretty okay. But then having basic knowledge of technology and information and communication will always help you, whatever field you are choosing in future. So it is that way. Hope I am clear.
Thank you, ma'am. Aditya Tiwari, he was the person who had asked that.
Okay, Aditya, if you could clarify your question. If it is not clear, then we would give you more explanation for the same. I think it's clear to the child.
Yes, ma'am. Yes. The next question is, which field we should opt for if we want to become a pilot?
Basically, you have to have physics and maths up to 12th. That's all what is required. Otherwise, then there are a lot of pilot training institutes. You can join them even after 12th. Take 250 hours of flying training and then give theory papers and you can get a commercial pilot license.
Thank you, sir. How many marks are needed in NEET exams to get a medical college in Pune or Mumbai?
Minimum 600 and above out of 720.
Thank you, sir. When should be done diploma courses? Is it done after graduation or after 12th?
Which diploma courses? There are n number of diploma courses. 10th के बाद engineering diploma है. 12th के बाद couple of diplomas है. Graduation के बाद couple of diplomas है. Which diploma courses you are talking about?
Asmi, can you please unmute yourself and clarify this? I mean, whatever you have asked.
Ma'am, particular which student? Because
Asmi.
Asmi, okay.
Yes.
Hello.
Yes.
Am I audible? Sir,
Yes.
I wanted to ask that if we are doing diploma courses in share market, so sir, when it is suggested, like after graduation or after 12th?
It hardly matters because शेयर मार्केट में आप 12वीं के बाद भी जा सकते हो, ग्रेजुएशन के बाद भी जा सकते हो. It's a side thing. It's not your main course. So anytime you can do. कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता है.
Sir, so while doing graduation also we can do that diploma course?
Yeah. कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता है.
Okay, sir.
Thank you, sir. What is the pathway to go into career into investment or stock market?
To be frank with you, you should choose commerce as your branch, and then right after 12th, you should start doing small courses in investment and stock markets, and start working with some firm which deals with stock market.
I suggest over here, Payal madam, the student who is asking,
Yes, sir.
as Vivek sir had guided him properly, but same time, according to my experience, child should be good in maths as well. If you are going to work in
Stock market.
And same
Yes.
time, you should have knack of business studies,
Yes.
knack of economics, scientific way to. Al madam, please mute.
Yes, sir.
Mute.
Sir, I'm not able to do that. 1 second.
It is muted now.
Okay. So investment technology, if you are interested in investment banking, the maths, economics, knack, and the research interest, because the successful, anyone who will be successful in stock market need this kind of skills rather than only qualification. So make sure that work on skill as well, and to develop that skill, you should take the combination of subject.
Here, I would like to focus upon one subject that we are talking about, which we are looking at introducing from this academic year onward, is global perspective. There is a lot of scope for global perspective subject as well, because it actually trains the children how to do research and how to kind of develop skills to negotiate, to convince people, to present your kind of work and projects on a global platform level. So children who are interested in such kind of arena where they are moving towards entrepreneurship or banking or investment, they should also choose global perspective as one of the subjects. And this is available for all the streams, may it be art, science, or commerce. It actually builds skills, because future, whatever placements that you will look forward to and whichever field you will work forward to, these kinds of skills will be required, and people will look for this set of 21st century skills. So in short, if we listen to the entire conversation, all the expert panelists have been doing, the crux of the situation is that you got to do your 12th standard, 11th and 12th standard very precisely and beautifully. So your choice begins over here. Which college are you choosing? What kind of subject options are you choosing? How are you going to plan your career? So entire decision of going to any career that you are looking forward to choose in your future, it begins from your choice of your 11th and 12th, which formulates the base of your career that you are dreaming about. So please be careful in choosing your college, and do sit that which colleges are offering you options of subjects to choose from, whether you're choosing arts or commerce or science, it doesn't matter. They should give you options to choose from.
Basically, I guess here, madam, students should aware that how the profile building activity will help them diversify the different interests.
Yes, definitely.
You will be interested in science or commerce or arts, but in 2 years of your course, you should do some activity like we are having in our college, that the profile building. The profile building will help you to work on your different interests. Suppose there will be one activity, whether you will be interested in stock market. So one profile building activity you can do in the stock market, some basic course. Same time earlier, last month, we had taken finance management workshop. So you always want that children should get exposure of different kind of workshop and different kind of trending subject and future prospective subject. And accordingly, this profile building activity, I guess, Hina madam, you can
Yes,
speak.
yes, definitely. Children profile building is nowadays very important. Initially, it was felt that, if you and look for any university or any college, you have to have your profile ready by the time you go to your 12th standard. But the scenario has changed now, and it is changing rapidly. Good universities also see for students' profile if they are wanting to admit the children to their universities, and it has bonus points. Now, what happens in profile building is it in our college in specific, we train children to take up short summer courses, vacation courses, and also some community work that the child does. Like Bipin sir very rightly said, that if you are interested in investment, you can do some crash course in investment, and you can try your internship out there, because it is very important to begin early. You may dream of becoming an engineer or a doctor or an investor or a banker, but you do not know the reality of how much kind of work goes into that profession, right? So, and you realize it after you are done with your engineering, then you feel that, oh my God, I was in the wrong field altogether. I don't want to do these kind of work, whether it is a doctor or an engineer. So why be so late? You should begin very early in your life about where you are landing to, what is the requirement of that profession, how many hours should you work, what are the skills that are required to work in that particular profession. So do not get fantasized only by the label or the designation that comes with a profession. You have to actually know what practically happens when you actually become an XYZ. So this is the information that we provide you when we train you with respect to knowing your aptitude, then giving you opportunities to build your profile. And profile building is not only about doing some courses. It is also about your involvement, your expressions. How do you participate in groups, in front of the audiences? How do you manage your work as student, and how do you fare in your extracurricular activities? So there are different pointers where we train the children to build their profile upon, and it is highly important to have a profile the moment you pass out your 12th standard, because then only we give you the recommendation letters from our college, which is a process that a recommendation letter comes from the college, from the teachers, from the principal, and from the counselor. We do not give it to you just like that. You have to earn your recommendation letter. So when you learn to earn your recommendation letter from a very teenage, you learn how to earn your recommendation letter when you apply for any position somewhere. So this is the basic training that we begin in our 11th and 12th standard. And when you get in with us, we kind of actually show you all the pointers of how to build a profile.
There is one question, Madam, I think Asmi had asked me directly, the combination again. Asmi, combination, all the students who are here, whatever field you will go, financial literacy is one of the key aspects, which I suggest the parent, if the parent are listening to us, financial literacy is one of the important aspects. Everyone should learn that. And in our college, we are asking each child nowadays, after even parent also, okay, you should be financially literate. And there is a myth that if anyone is highly professional and top in academics, he could be low IQ in finance management. And one of the student may be passed only 10th standard, but he will be very good in financial literacy. So it's a skill. It's nothing to do with the degree or course. The financial literacy everyone should understand. And Dasmi, the best combination for the financial literacy or share market, it's maths, economics, and business studies.
True. Yes.
Same time psychology, if you'll understand the behavior of the people, behavior of your own self. There is a book called Psychology of Money. Recently, that book is a bestseller in all over the world. So it's nothing to do with in terms of money. The psychology creates a major role whether you will become wealthy or not. ये नया finding है. So earlier people used to say only maths, financial knowledge, account should be required. But if you want to earn money, if you want to become a rich, wealthy, you should have proper mindset, skill, right kind of psychology as well. So these are the new research are happening. Everyone should aware about it. And we being in international college, we always do see that kind of exposure students should get. And if you're not going to be part of any international college, make sure that you should connected with such kind of thing.
True. True. I have one question on my screen as well. Ma'am, I'm good in arts and also have interest in it as well. Science, so what career should I choose? Do not decide, do not jump directly on the career as of now. Because if you are in 10th standard, luckily, we are a college who will give you a combination of subjects. So you take subject of your choices. You try out the subjects. You can take science, some subjects of science, as we have told you, some subjects of arts, and then see where can you fare well. And then after that, you can decide upon a career. There are multiple careers, as has been already explained by Mr. Vivek Velankar. You can choose any of the career post that. But currently, the need for you is to choose a combination of science and arts to decide a final career for your own self. All right.
Thank you, Hina ma'am. Thank you, Bipin sir. There's one. Yes, ma'am.
What path can we choose for civil services? I think this question, Mr. Velankar, if you could answer this, what path can we choose for civil services? You are on mute, sir.
Yeah, to be frank with you, any degree is enough for civil services. It can be BA, it can be BCom, it can be BBA, it can be BSc, it can be BE, it can be MBA, no problem. So if you want to choose civil services, then which degree doesn't matter, which part doesn't matter. Only my advice to you is you should start preparation for that as early as possible, because it is a very long way to go. It is very competitive. So you have to really struggle hard. You have to really do slogging. So earlier you start, better chances for you to get into the civil services.
Thank you. Yes, Payal, madam, you had some.
I am having question about that. There are many students will not ask this kind of question, but what is the future of civil services? How many jobs will be there in civil services next 10 years, after 10 years?
See, unfortunately, civil services, anyway, the jobs are very less. See, if you talk about UPSC, only 800 to 1,000 jobs every year.
Yes.
And students appearing are not less than 10 lakhs.
10 lakhs.
So
only
1 in 1,000 is the success rate. And that will remain because our administrative systems will not change. But issue is, anyway, right from the last 50 years and today also, the success rate is very less. So students have to have a fallback option for them, because if they are after civil services for years and then if they are not successful, then they don't know what to do and they don't have any fallback option. So my only suggestion is you should have a fallback option and then you can study for civil services. And if you're studying for civil services, don't limit yourself to either UPSC or MPSC. You should also try exams like Staff Selection Commission. You should also try exams like banking and insurance, so that your chances of getting into one of them are better.
True.
Thank you, Vivek sir. There's another question. What are the fields affiliated to chemistry and biology?
Well, chemistry and biology, one field is obviously pharmacy, but there chemistry is highest. Then biochemistry is another field, which is a combination of chemistry and biology. And let me tell you, biochemistry has a very good future. So third is food technology, because that also requires chemistry and biology.
Here, Pal Madam and the student, I'd like to add. So,
Yes, sir.
if you see any successful the Gokhale Institute, which Vivek sir were mentioning, India's second most largest premium institute for the economics, Gokhale Institute in Pune. The recent Kulguru, Vice Chancellor of that Gokhale Institute, Mr. Ajit Ranade, he has been recruited. He was earlier with the Birla Group, and he was just handling the Aditya Birla Group, some economic department. If you go and check his background of education, so he had been alumni, then he had pursued various courses. So you take any successful people biography or qualification, you will see the multiple things they have done. It's not only specialization in one area, but they had add various things in their profile. So they had continuously, they were learning, they are learning, and this kind of mindset should require from after 10. You should develop that mindset that I will add many features in my profile. I will add many courses, many different new skills in my profile. So this one thing you should always remember while selecting anything in future. If you want to be successful, it's not only about any subject or career. It's about your attitude and the different courses, different mindset, different skill you will add in your profile.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, here I would really like to add something, as we have been talking this from our platform since quite a long time, that I think Vipin sir only has been telling this, that in future students will definitely have more than one career options, right? So if you are having more than one career options, then you will have to prepare yourself also for those many career options that you would like to choose in your future. So preparation is a must. If you want to be a doctor, along with a doctor, if you want to be an artist, for example, you will have to do some crash courses to be an artist as well. Even if you have that skill, you will have to polish that particular skill. So mindset is a very right word, wherein you have to develop that mindset, even if you have to have parallel career options for your future.
Thank you.
There is one question I think.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you can ask Vivek, sir.
What are the best colleges for veterinary science and what are the requirements? I think
there are only 5 government colleges available for veterinary science after 12th, and the entry is only through NEET score. Well, the best college is in Mumbai, then one in Pune, then 3 are in Marathwada and Vidarbha region. All are government colleges. The scope is excellent. Basically in pharma industry, then in the dairy industry, then poultry industry, banking, insurance industry, then self-practice, even abroad also. The scope is beautiful. The seats are limited, so there is no problem for career.
And madam, there is one course, Vivek sir, it's for you. Armed Forces Medical College, Pune.
AFMC.
Yeah, he is asking information about the Armed Forces Medical College.
See, it's a college which caters for armed forces doctors' needs. It's for doctors as well as nurses. And the admission for doctor course is through NIET NEET exam only. 100 boys, 25 girls every year. There is separate advertisement for nursing, BSc nursing course. And again, 12th science is a necessity for that. But that doesn't require NEET. This college... Yes.
Yeah, please go ahead.
This college is absolutely free, but students have to sign a bond that they will serve armed forces for 15 years. If they are not interested in that, then they have to pay around 15 lakhs rupees as bond fees.
Okay. All right. So this is the condition to get into the armed force. college.
Yes.
Any other privileges the children get if they study from that particular college?
The best privilege is they have equal number of PG seats, because in normal medical college, getting a good PG is really a tough task. Whereas Armed Forces Medical College, they have equal number of PG seats. So any and every child who wishes to go for PG can do that. Secondly, the salary levels are excellent, 1 lakh rupees a month, and plus being in defense forces, the expenditure is very less. So the saving potential is high. Then lifetime medical services free, lifetime pension, and so on and so forth. So a lot of advantages.
Okay, all right. Do you see any other question, Payal madam?
Ma'am, there's one last question. Before I read out that question, students, again, I'm pasting the feedback link in the chat box. Your feedback is very important. Please fill the link. Vivek sir, the question is for you. MSc course in chemistry contains how many years?
Hello.
Hello, sir. Can you hear me?
Abhi, yes, now I can.
Okay. MSc course in chemistry contains how many years?
2 years course. MSc course is a 2 years course after BSc.
Right, sir. And I guess the same student, which branch of science to choose if I'm good in biology, but weak in physics and chemistry?
Microbiology can be a better branch, or botany or zoology, or even fisheries can be a better branch.
Well, madam, there is one question. What to choose between computer science, engineering, and information technology? Vivek, sir.
Unfortunately, there is a myth that computer science is a different and IT is a different. Both are same almost. So whether it's a computer science engineering or IT engineering, there is no difference virtually, and you can choose any of that and you get same knowledge.
Good. The only thing children should get option in 11th, 12th ICT. There are many colleges, if they will PCMB, then they are not giving that option. Correct.
But if you have ICT as an option, then at least you know in 11th and 12th whether you are really good in computer and in coding and all that, whether you like it or not. Just going by market is not the career choice. So if you don't like in 11th and 12th, you understand कि ये coding वगैरह अपने बस की बात नहीं है, तो at least you should avoid. तो ये समझने के लिए तो कम से कम पढ़ना पड़ेगा कि whether you like or not.
Here
so
we
ideally you should have ICT.
Here we make a difference, Vivek sir. So that's the reason we are giving that option.
Correct.
Given that ICT,
Correct.
Explore the ICT.
Correct.
Okay, Payal madam.
Sir, there is high demand for airline pilots in India. So will it be a good career option in future in terms of employment?
Well, basically, pilot is an option which is available since last couple of years. It's a costly course. And let me tell you, it's a very specific field. So the demand will keep on going up and down. So you should be prepared for that. Otherwise, it's a good course.
Thank you, Vivek sir. Next question is, on what basis can we get admission into IIST?
Where?
IIST.
Indian Institute of Sciences. Indian Institute of Sciences, Bangalore is available for BSc after 12th and 33% seats through NEET, 33% seats to JEE Advanced, and remaining seats through KVPY exam. I don't know whether he wants to say IISc or ISER, because ISER is an institute which is better available after 12th, and there 25% seats through JEE Advanced, 25% seats through KVPY, and 50% seats through an entrance exam after 12th, and there are 1,700 seats available for ISER.
Sir, it's Indian Institute of Space and Technology.
IIST?
Yes.
Oh, it's only through JEE Advanced.
Thank you. I am good at artistic skills. So which career options are open for me?
The best options can be designing or fine arts. These are the two options which will be best for artistic skills.
So what are the career options related to history? History studies.
Well, one is obviously the civil services, because even the students who study engineering, they take a major subject for UPSC as history. Secondly, there is something called as पुरातत्व शास्त्र बोलते हैं उसको. So it requires BA with history, and then the best institute available is Deccan College in Pune, where one can do masters. In India, the scope is little less, but everywhere in the world there is a scope for that.
That's one of the reason various college students are learning history, and we are having an option of global perspective rather than learning only history. If you will understand the reason of every event, so you will change your perspective. You can develop your perspective, and accordingly you can will have a lot of career option through this. So you will learn how to learn history. It's one of the important skill. How to see history. It's one of the skill which required. If you'll see nowadays, there are if the birth of Shivaji Maharaj, there is a lot of things are happening in Maharashtra since many years. So it's the reason the different skill, different perspective is not been developed among the student and people. So such kind of career will be there if you opt for the global perspective.
True. Vivek sir, what about archaeology? How can a child become an archaeologist?
So for that, that's exactly what I was telling, that he should study history up to graduation, and then only he can get admission into archaeology. The best institute available is in Pune, Deccan Institute of Archaeology.
Okay.
What is the scope for botany in future?
Well, botany is a core science, and there is always a scope for core science, but you need to study up to PhD. Because there are institutes like Agharkar Institute and Indian Botanical Institute, which offers very good jobs, but you have to study up to PhD. You should have a research mindset.
I had seen many of the teachers, in fact, people who attend the botany, but they were not having any interest in botany. If they ask them, so they were interest is also an important factor.
Exactly. And secondly, let me tell you very frankly that things change subsequently. So, for example, the founder of Symbiosis, Mr. S.B. Muzumdar, he is a botanist, and he was the best botany teacher before he started Symbiosis. That's what his students till today say so. Unfortunately, discontinued that, but that's how it happens.
We evolve, interests will change.
True. There's one question. What are the choices of field in subject of biology and mathematics?
Biology and mathematics basically not much, because they are basically two directions. But in biology also nowadays, there are some statistics elements are involved. So to some extent only that is possible. But otherwise these two subjects are on two different areas. But biotechnology is a field which requires a combination of biology and mathematics, means technology. And that is a very good field, especially post-pandemic. It is going up like anything.
Students are asking fine arts career.
Fine arts, you should be basically having a very good drawing hand. And you should give exams like intermediate or something like that. And then the best college available is JJ School of Arts. After 12th, there is a separate entrance exam for fine arts by Government of Maharashtra to entry into all these colleges, including JJ School of Arts. And after completion of fine arts degree, students can get into advertising industry, they can get into multimedia animation and VFX, and also they can have self-employment.
I guess
Thank you, sir. So
Yes, yes.
yes.
I think if you are having any question, we are good to go. But I think we'll sum up. Vivek sir is also getting delayed, and we are having a very
Yes,
passionate
sir.
career counselor, Payal Pawar. She is really passionate to help students. So any student who are having question, you be in touch with Payal madam. She is also trained counselor. She will take you through the all kind of. I'm 100% sure one student will have questions about arts, commerce, science, all the section. So it's a long process. Biomed can help you in that.
Yes, I'll just take up the last question. One of the student has asked, he wants to become an anthropologist. However, he is not interested in taking up science. He wants to go by taking arts. So what are the subjects that he should opt for in his 11th and 12th grade?
To be frank with you, it hardly matters, because subjects of 11th and 12th can be any subjects. It doesn't matter much.
All right, sir. I think that was the last question that was directed towards me.
I'm having many questions. So, sir, one interesting, Vivek sir का career journey क्या रहा है? I mean, you are with.
Hello.
So
I don't know what happened. Hello.
आपका आवाज आ रहा है, Vivek sir?
अभी आ रहा है.
One or two student had asked, what is your career journey? You have been.
Well, friends, it's. But let me tell you in very short. My career journey was also, it take a lot of twist and turn. I did my engineering, then I did my MBA, then I worked in industry in manufacturing logistics, then I entered into IT, that is ERP, SAP software. I worked on that in US, then I came back, then I started my own IT recruitment firm, which I continued for 20 years. Then simultaneously, I started my journey on career counseling for last 21 years. I mean that I also started my journey on training on Right to Information Act throughout the country, and that journey is there for last 16 years. So a lot of twists and turns.
So, ma'am, I'm continuously telling many parents, every child will have 5 careers. You are one of the example. आज से 10 साल 20 साल पहले आपके 3-4 हो गए. The next kind of challenges and competition in future. Yes, Pal madam, we can.
Yes, sir. May I go ahead with the session? I guess I don't have any further questions here.
So, the Dhruv Tripathi, is there a very high scope of job opportunity in BDS?
There are many questions actually which can be spoken to them individually, I think so.
So, if anyone is having any question related to scope, let me tell you, mera ye strong belief, every panel will accept this thought that there is a scope for everything. Only you need to be top 25%. You need to be in top 25% in that field. Make sure whatever कर आपको जाके मोची बनना है ना, तो वहां पे भी बहुत high scope है to earn money and become wealthy. But you should be top 25%. Make sure that you should be in that top 25% and multiple skill and ready to do all kind of hard work. These 3 things will require, and that require proper mentorship, proper culture, proper parenting, proper teacher, 2 years core mindset development that I am going to do this, but exposure of different things.
True. Absolutely agree.
Payal madam, मेरे पास भी है, but repeated questions है, opportunities and banking exam already Vivek
said. Engineer want to do. Yeah, there are many questions.
Banking exam, staff selection exam, ये सब limited ही है government के इसमें jobs. But private banking में भी आप जाते हो, तो अगर आपकी skill अच्छे है तो आपको future होता है, नहीं तो you'll be sacked within 3-4 years. You will not perform. It's simple. Yes, well.
Sir, may I conclude the session in that case?
Yes. You can ask them to be in touch with you. We are having virtual interviews.
Yes, sir.
If someone wants to explore that. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Students, I would soon share the details. One of the student has also asked the admission process. So I would soon share the details and get in touch with you all those who are interested in knowing more about our college and our curriculum. Now is the time when I would be announcing the winners of today's session. The quiz round 1 winners are Tanushri Rathod, Harsha Kejriwal, Sanvi Mule, and the winners for quiz round 2 session, Dharmika Soni, Mithil Thakkar, and Devang Shaw. Students, please keep checking your emails because very soon we will be contacting all the winners right from session 1 to session 3, and we would be letting you know when you have to come where and when to collect your prizes. Any further information you require, I guess every student has my number. Whatever message you have received has my number on it. Please feel free to call me on that number. I would be more than happy to assist you all and answer all your questions. I would just conclude the session. No event is complete without thanking the people behind making the event a success. Hence, on behalf of NIE Times and the Cambria International School and Junior College, I would like to extend deep gratitude to each and everyone who has joined us today. Let me first start by giving glory to the Almighty God for making today's session a resounding success. I would like to give my hearty thanks to our guest speaker of the day, Vivek Velankar sir, for giving us his precious time and providing such important information and guidance to all of us. I'm sure that everyone has a lot of takeaways from the session and will definitely use the knowledge gained to prepare for their future in the best possible way. I extend my most sincere thanks to Honorable CMD of Cambria International School, Mr. Bipin Pote sir, who enlightened us with his knowledge, which is full of thought-provoking and interesting things, which gave deep insights into the topic. I would like to express our deep gratitude to sir for his presence and continuous guidance. With deep respect and gratitude, I would like to thank respected Managing Trustee Mrs. Meenal Pote ma'am for always being so supportive. I extend my sincere thanks to respected Principal Mrs. Hina Falke ma'am for a valuable presence and her inspiring words of wisdom. Last but not the least, I would like to say a big thank you to the event organizer, Mr. Bhushan Kute sir, and to my lovely audience, parents and students for making this event a resounding success. I hereby conclude by wishing luck to all the learners present. I'm sure our youngsters have definitely acquired immense treasure of knowledge and are going to imbibe it in the future. So everyone, just a quick announcement again. Please stay tuned and keep checking your emails as we would very soon be contacting you to give you information about the university fair. So keep checking your emails, stay tuned, we would definitely be in touch with you all. So have a great Sunday ahead. And till then, stay safe and wish you all the very best for your upcoming exams. Thank you.
Thank you, madam. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Vivek.